I have a degree in anthropology and sociology. The study of anthropology is the study of people and cultures. There are some things that every human experiences, but we experience them differently. That's the study of anthropology, right? I find it interesting that most people have a very hard time taking themselves out of the perspective of the society that they live in to understand human phenomena in other societies and cultures. For example, when you hear a lot of people talk about like love and relationships, men do this, women do that, I often try to stay away from making absolute statements. There is no such thing as all men are this way, all women are that way. People get real frustrated. Like the concept that women are more emotional than men. It's just simply not true. But people will argue you down. People will argue you down that is an absolute. Maybe in our society that might be more true. But then we also have to acknowledge that we live in a patriarchy. So the emotion that men display is not defined as emotional. The emotion that women display is often like tears or like vulnerability, because we're allowed to be those kinds of emotionals in our society. Men are not. Like, we're Americans. We live in a capitalistic society. We believe in things like competition, free enterprise. These are concepts that are embedded in us from the time we are small children. So it is difficult for a lot of people to understand that the rest of the world is not like how we are. And it's hard to take yourself out of the shoes and the perspective of an American and analyze our own culture for what is potentially problematic with our culture and how we socialize ourselves. I think that's why we lack so much empathy. I think that if you can't do that simple thing, it seems so simple to me, but seems very challenging to other people. I think that if you cannot objectively analyze your own culture and other people's culture, maybe compare the two, that you cannot reach a level of empathy that is required for social change. I think that I don't know, and these are just thoughts. Nobody pays me to think. I just find it interesting that so many people and that I think that that's why people are like prone to want to like debate me or have conversations with me about these random thoughts that I put together in my head. It's not a thought thing, an opinion thing. It's just something that I noticed. Like, it doesn't really mean anything, but people hold so closely and so dearly, rightfully so. Like, you're structured in your culture and your society, so it makes sense that it means so much to people. But people, they take it very seriously. They take it very personally when